I was asked by my friend to go play a game of hockey, and I'd only skated once in my life, and I was warned and warned not to even go out on the ice. But I thought, what's the worst thing that can happen? You know, my butt will hurt the next day, I could fall a lot. And I thought, you know, I'll make a lot of people laugh. This will be a lot of fun.
I'm a former police officer. I'm also a veteran of Operation Iraqi Freedom and Enduring Freedom. And over the years, that lifestyle that has taken its toll on my knees.
I am a 58-year-old, in great shape person. Health has been a key part of my life for a very long period of time. And about 3 weeks ago, I severely damaged my right knee.
Broke my leg in 3 places. I have 8 pins in my ankle now. But I wake up every day with stiffness and pain.
I have torn ligaments in both knees, and I live with excruciating pain daily. Some days to the point where I can't walk, which is why I have Eva. She keeps me from falling down.
I could not absolutely walk from the bathroom to the bedroom. I mean, the pain was just so excruciatingly hurtful that you really couldn't even blow on the knee. I'm going to tell you, it was amazing. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
I've had ongoing pain in the left side of my neck. It made sleeping very uncomfortable, not continuous hours of sleep at night usually. A lot of tossing and turning with my pillows. Radiating pain from the ball of my spine, I believe, out through the other parts of my back.
You know, when you're in pain, you know, the only thing you want is relief. Muscle pain or a strain, all you want is relief. And you'll do almost anything for relief.
When Rick Basil contacted me and he said, you know, I think you should try these power strips because they're all natural. They're not a pill, they're not a prescription, and I think they can give you relief. And I said, I'm in. So I put it on that night, I put it right on my scar, and when I woke up the next morning, I can't even express to you how excited I was. I woke up and I went, oh my gosh, I don't have any more stiffness. It's gone. The pain relief was absolutely amazing in one day.
When I got the power strips, I put them on my legs, right above my knees. Within 1 hour, I was pain-free. Now, I've lived with this for 8 to 10 years. It hurts going up and down stairs just day to day. I can't function the way I'd like to. Within an hour of taking this, the pain being gone, I actually ran upstairs when my wife called me, and it dawned on me there was no pain.
And I placed the strip on my knee. I'm watching TV, and again, I don't know exactly when the pain subsided because it wasn't like an abrupt type situation. It was very, you know, it was very casual. And I noticed that for once, within 2 weeks, there was no pain. Talk about being a miraculous situation. I was totally blown away.
I placed a power strip, the first one, on the actual pain, and the first day I felt some relief. I wasn't real certain if it was a power strip or I was just lucky that day. However, I decided to put it on where I believe the pain originated from, which was on that ball on my spine, the second patch, which would be the 3rd day. And the relief I felt at that point over that next 24-hour period was phenomenal. And as you can see, this wasn't even what I put the patch on for, but I can do this now. I'm happy. The patch works. My pain is gone.
Ever since my back surgery, I have been non-stop looking for something alternative that would help my back, whether it be diet, whether it be exercise, special beds, special devices, different medications, but I try not to get involved with the medication. I've been looking for something that's natural. And when these power strips were first given to me, I had become almost cynical because I was bitter and defeated from sitting on the bed visiting with my kids instead of playing in the yard visiting with my kids. So it's very personal to me. So when I first put the first one on, I forgot I had it on. I just did it out of courtesy. And the next morning I woke up and I got my clothes on, one leg at a time. And the first thing I noticed was the first thing is I put my first leg in, but always when I put my second leg in, I have to lean on something because I trip and fall because I can't get my leg up and it hurts. Boom, it went right in. I ran to the office and looked for the rest of these power strips because I wanted to see if this was like Coincidence or what? And I'm not kidding you, they did not leave my side. I kept them in my backpack everywhere I went. Let's just talk about the importance of energy. You know, when we're born, we're all born with energy. Experts now theorize that health is energy, that when we live a bad diet and lots of stress, the light or the energy goes down, and that's when disease happens. Or when we live a good diet and we manage our stress, then the light and the energy goes up. Well, the point is, if you look at that as a bank account, that you are the account manager, that we either make deposits or withdrawals, imagine how important power strips are for every single person. I just tell people to wear it, no matter what, but put it where you think you need it most. They have completely changed my life. And yes, I carry my kids around because that's the kind of dad I've always been.
Today I want to talk to you about the Power Strips by FG Express, and I want to talk about all the technologies that have been engineered into them. There are 5 of them. The first is the water-soluble adhesive. The second is the far infrared technology that is germanium based. The third is Korean red ginseng, an important nutrient. The fourth is the alpha-3 CMP marine phytoplankton that is proprietary to our company. And the last thing I'll talk about is silver. The water-soluble technology that's been designed into the Power Strips by FG Express is critical. The strips are designed for regular use. And the patented process that's been used to design and to make this adhesive actually allows for a skin-friendly process. Most adhesives that are in this technology, in the transdermal technology, are actually pretty caustic for the skin. So if you use them on a regular basis, you get irritation. But in the case of the Power Strip, you have a water-soluble technology that is gentle on the skin, is much less likely to cause things like contact dermatitis, and a big bonus is that people with skin issues will be less sensitive to this adhesive. These are all very important things to understand because they've been designed for regular use. The next technology that I want to talk about is far infrared technology that is germanium based. Incorporated into the strip, into the base of the strip itself, are particles of germanium. Germanium is a naturally occurring element, but it has very interesting optical properties. It's understood by science that the body gives off energy in a spectrum of wavelengths. What germanium is able to do is actually absorb all of those wavelengths that are coming off the body and striking the patch, and refocus it and direct it back into the body, but in the far infrared spectrum. So the question is, what does far infrared do for the body? Reported in many medical studies is that far infrared actually activates the nitric oxide pathway. The nitric oxide pathway has many beneficial effects to the body, but chief among them is that it causes dilatation of the vessels, allowing for propagation of more blood, more oxygen to every cell in the body, and then it also helps the transport of all the metabolic wastes from cells out of the body. This is a critical technology. When the far infrared energy that's reflected back into the body activates the nitric oxide pathway, blood is delivered more readily to each cell in the body. What does this do? It allows for better oxygen to get to the body. It allows for nutrition to get to each cell, but it also helps the cell's health by allowing export of all the metabolic wastes that occur as the cell goes through its process of living, of doing its job. Korean red ginseng is used in the adhesive portion of the patch. And when the skin is prepared, the Korean red ginseng actually diffuses through the skin into the body. What does it do when it reaches the body? It does many things. One of the most important things it does is it manages pain. There is good evidence in the scientific literature that calcium channels are blocked in the sensory neurons that actually conduct pain. So what it's achieved is pain mitigation. Pain is diminished. It's not felt as readily. It's actually been shown to improve memory, to improve incorporation of memory, and actually recall. So it helps the whole intellectual process. There's additional evidence in the medical literature that regular use of Korean red ginseng actually helps improve the immune system. It also helps with managing stress. It also helps with relaxation. These things work together to create an amazing effect in the body when Korean red ginseng is used on a regular basis. The medical literature also has great evidence that Korean red ginseng helps with immune response, it helps with liver function, it helps you to manage stress better. There's even evidence that regular use of Korean red ginseng helps with anti-diabetic effects. Also, there's evidence that Korean red ginseng can normalize blood pressure. And what this means is that if you have an abnormally high blood pressure, it normalizes it low. If you have an abnormally low blood pressure, it normalizes it back higher. So it has an adaptogenic effect on blood pressure. And this is an amazing statement. Another thing they discuss in the medical literature and show excellent experiments for is for sexual dysfunction, not just in men, but in women. There's evidence that women with climacteric problems actually have relief from that by taking Korean red ginseng on a regular basis. Another technology incorporated into the FG Express power strips is the alpha-3 CMP marine phytoplankton. Now, this is proprietary to this company, and that's important to know. Nobody else is going to have this. So what does the alpha CMP marine phytoplankton do for us? Well, it provides one of the best single sources of nutrition that's available in one place. There's also university studies that show that by taking this proprietary technology, this proprietary marine phytoplankton, that we boost our immune system. That same university study talks about elevated mood and an increased sense of well-being. Alpha-3 CMP marine phytoplankton provides almost complete nutrition. It provides all the building blocks, all the tools that the cells require to either restore health or to maintain health. Silver is another technology that's been developed for the FG Express power strips. Now, for more than 100 years, we've understood that silver has strong antimicrobial effects. In fact, 100 years ago, when they would draw water out of a well, often a silver coin would be introduced into it. Now, the people who did that weren't sure why they were doing that. But now we understand that what was going on is that silver was having a direct effect on the bacterial count in the water. It was also protecting against protozoal infections, fungi, and also viruses. Recent studies have shown that the silver functions as an antimicrobial in a certain way. What it tends to do is attack or adhere to the membrane of a bacteria or the cell wall of a fungus and actually inactivate or kill those species. So silver has been incorporated to provide for protection against infection. So as you see by the discussion of each of these technologies, that each one has been thoughtfully engineered to work together. But in some cases, some of these technologies actually synergize. They actually come together and create an effect that is greater than their components. For example, in far infrared technology that is germanium based, what occurs is that the nitric oxide pathway is turned on. We've talked about how that dilates vessels and it allows for the delivery of more blood, more nutrition to each of the cells. Well, that's going on. But at the same time, the patch is also delivering the alpha-3 CMP marine phytoplankton, which is, as we've said, one of the most complete sources of nutrition on Earth. Taken together, the far infrared energy opens up the vessels and allows for delivery of this amazing nutritional element, the alpha-3 CMP marine phytoplankton, to every cell. This makes every cell in the body healthier, it allows it to function better, and it allows it to maintain health. So in summary, what I'd like to do is just mention each of these elements again so that you understand it in a global way. To begin with, we have the water-soluble, patented technology that's gentle on the skin, so it helps us with regular use. We also have germanium-based far infrared technology that activates the nitric oxide pathway. Third, we have the proprietary alpha-3 CFP marine phytoplankton that delivers almost complete nutrition. The Korean red ginseng that has been designed into the patch delivers many positive healthful effects. The medical literature bears this out. That's important to remember. The last technology is silver. Silver has been incorporated into this technology for a very important reason. It has strong antimicrobial effects. It's able to fight off infections from many bacteria, from many funguses, viruses, and even protozoa. Taken as a whole, each of these 5 amazing technologies have been thoughtfully and carefully engineered into FG Express power strips.
Hi, I'm Dr. Robert Gonzalez, and if you've been invited to watch this video, I just want to say welcome to some amazing information about a company that is making a huge impact on people's health, but also on the ability to create an abundance, a stream of income, a prosperity, if you will, so that you can have a great lifestyle, continue doing what you're doing, but also generate a residual income, an annuity, if you will, based on helping the people that you're seeing right now. So I'm here to share with you about the FG Express Power Strips. These power strips are absolutely amazing. I'm sure you're going to hear more about the information and the technology behind it. I have personally used it in my practice and have seen 100% results of reduced pain with my patients. So I encourage you to take a very serious look at what's being introduced to you so that you too can take advantage of a global expansion on a medical device that's FDA listed as a Class 1 medical device, never been done before, where you can truly help people and generate an income that will leave a legacy of a lifetime. So really excited to have you experience, find the information, do your due diligence, and you'll be as impressed as I was when you see the incredible technology behind the FG Express Power Strips. Thank you.
Hi everybody, this is Dr. Becky Mays. I'm a board-certified medical doctor, and by way of background, I practiced gastroenterology for 12 years in Tucson, Arizona, and retired 7 years ago to pursue natural therapies to help my patients and to help people that I care about and love. And I have been around the nutrition world for many, many years, and I love when we can heal the body naturally with wonderful modalities, getting back to nature, nourishing our body, allowing our body to be the miracle it was meant to be. And recently I've discovered a wonderful technology. It's something that I've never come across before, and I want to share it with you because this addresses pain. This particular power strip is actually listed as a Class 1 medical device by the Food and Drug Administration, and it's allowing people to address or eliminate pain. Did you know that the pain industry is a $650 billion industry and people are suffering? And when I was in practice, people were on horrible medications oftentimes to address their pain. They were on narcotics like Demerol or morphine, fentanyl. They were on OxyContin, oxycodone, Tylenol number 3, Darvon, Darvocet, and they were on anti-inflammatories a lot of times like Naprosyn and Celebrex and Vioxx, and sometimes just over-the-counter stuff like Advil and Motrin, and sometimes they were prescribed steroids. I saw the side effects in my GI practice. I saw the constipation, the abdominal pain, the bloating, the change in brain chemistry. I saw the GI bleeds, the ulcerations. I saw the liver damage and the kidney damage. I never had anything natural to offer my patients until now. I have something that actually delivers a far infrared treatment that goes deep into the system to address the area of pain. And it's all about this elemental germanium. It's a mineral that when you place this power strip over the area of pain, your natural heat production is reflected back inside into the body, allowing the body to nourish, allow the body to eliminate that discomfort. And we're seeing topical effects that are amazing too, because people are putting these strips all over their body, and we're seeing wonderful, wonderful skin effects as well. There's also nutrients within the strip. When you peel it off and you put the sticky stuff right on the skin, there's wild marine phytoplankton, there's red fermented Korean ginseng, and there's silver. So we are providing the body with nourishment, we're providing the body the ability to eliminate pain, and we're able to go into 190 countries with this wonderful product. So try them, share them, and you're going to affect positive change around the world.
but I won't go into the affidavit first. I'll go into the fact that I'm a health educator, and I had problems. 20 years ago, I had diabetes and cancer. Cancer is easy to win. Diabetes, on the other hand, is a small circulatory disease, and by changing my lifestyle, I was able to improve the erectile dysfunction that diabetes suffered from for 20 years. And I was approached 7 times by people promoting this strip. Joy is the first one. And then I can go down the line with professional direct marketers that approach me 2 or 3 times a week. Well, it finally got done. I met Brooke. She stripped my knee from knee surgery. And I started reading about the literature. And I found out that it works because it increases the blood supply to the pain area, which eliminates the inflammation, and that causes less swelling. So a man of desire, because there's 5 reasons why people do things. Avoid pain is the #1 reason why people go to doctors. The second is to enjoy pleasure. Well, for 20 years, my pleasure hadn't been as good as it used to be. And I choose not to offend anybody in this room. But I took it upon myself to strip the small head that most men function under. And the next 24 hours, I not only had the best result from the lack of erectile dysfunction, but I had the best orgasm, ladies and gentlemen. I know that my wife is bashful, but I'll ask her to stand up because she's kind of bashful. Joy, would you stand up? And here is an affidavit because she was a little bit shy. I'll just take a half a minute to read this. Josephine Fisher, this is my voluntary testimony and marvelous results my husband attained when he used the power strips to address his erectile dysfunction. Neither drugs nor blue pills enhanced his manhood or stamina to that of a young man. But the power strip did. They worked like magic every time, and he's happy. But she says this: if Mama's happy, Papa's happy. Thank you for allowing me to give my testimony.
Hi, I'm Dr. Rodney Hart. I'm a chiropractor in Indiana. Live here in Louisville. Good to see you all here. Dr. Buchanan introduced this power strip thing to me, and I'm skeptical of all stuff, you know. I have to research it and all that kind of stuff. But my secretary is sort of bow-legged, and she's got bone on bone, and she can't afford new knees, and you know, so she just suffers. And so Dr. Buchanan and I took just a strip about this big. We were being stingy. And we just put one strip like right across under one knee. Only one knee, because we wanted to see the difference between the one knee and the other knee.
Good thinking, yeah.
And she called up the next morning on my cell phone. She goes, "Where do you get this stuff? I want some." I go, "What?" And I mean, the one knee wasn't hurting and the other knee was, you know, and she said, on top of that, I have restless leg syndrome. I have trouble sleeping every night. And I didn't have restless leg syndrome last night. So one little strip, and I went, what? What? So I called Gary, I go, sign me up, you know, I gotta check this out. So then, I'm just telling you, I have a wife who owns a restaurant up here in Louisville on 4th Street, and she stands all day, and she has plantar fasciitis. I don't know if anybody here has had plantar fasciitis, but that's the bottom of the foot, just hurts like heck. She gets up in the morning out of bed and limps to the bathroom and stretches and does stuff. And so I bought her some custom-made orthotics for $270, you know, and she wears those in her shoes. Helps a little bit. Got her a boot for about $80 that she sleeps in, you know, it stretches her foot. And then I got on anti-inflammatory herbs, ginger and curcumin and all that kind of stuff, and that helps. So all these things help, but the main thing is, as a chiropractor, every night I come home after work and she plops her feet up on my lap while we're watching TV, and for 2 hours straight, every night, I rub her feet. And I even get a gnarly thing, you know, and work it, stretch her foot. So she gets 2 hours a night for the past 6 months I've been working on her feet 2 hours a night, which all helps. But finally, last week, first part of last week, I said, let me try this new stuff. And I put one little strip. I'm stingy. No, but on the foot, I didn't know how to put it. So I put one little strip like this on the bottom of her foot. And she went to bed that night, and the next morning she says, that's feeling better. So I put another one on after a shower, and wore it another day. Next morning she was better, feeling better. The third morning she gets out of bed and just walks to the bathroom. I said, Penny, how's your foot? She goes, she wasn't limping. So she got more relief with $3 worth of patch than 6 months, 2 hours a day of chiropractic work and myofascial release and everything else, and hundreds of dollars worth of all sorts of gizmos and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just saying, that's all.
Hey there, this is Ron Williams, CEO at FG Express. For about 20 years now, I've been working my way up the ranks in this industry. Even had the privilege of serving as the president of the Multi-Level Marketing International Association, which is a governing body worldwide. I've seen a lot of things. The one thing that I've seen the most, however, is the word discrimination, because all the companies are going to the same 12 countries, the same 20 countries. No one's looking at the other 170 countries that are out there. So months or even years, we racked our brains thinking how we can indiscriminately unify the world in one seamless global opportunity. We did it. We found one product, one price, doctor formulated, patented, exclusive, and recently, I might add, a listed FDA medical device called Power Strips. We are going to move commodity and money around the world at record pace. In just a few months, we went from 20 countries to 40 countries, to the next month 80 countries, to last month 116 countries, and today we're in over 130 countries. So we have truly created indiscriminate opportunity, seamless, real-time, every address, every country, day one. Nearly 10,000 people have come in just a few months, so check out FG Express. Welcome home.